How to stay connected in a remote work world. When working remotely, it is important to ensure that you stay connected to the rest of the world. You have to find creative ways to engage with coworkers or friends and family despite not being around them in person. Additionally, reaching out and connecting to others can be good for your mental health. Keep reading for helpful ways to stay connected in a remote work world. Communication is key. When it comes to the remote work world, communication can be the key to ensuring that you stay connected to others in your workplace. If you think about it, when you're working in the office, you can typically walk down the hall or look over your cubicle to ask another coworker a question or engage in conversation. When you're at home, you don't have that same luxury. Working remotely doesn't mean all communication is cut off or limited to time and virtual meetings. It just means that it has to be done differently. Here are a few apps that can help you stay connected to your coworkers through communication: Slack, Microsoft Teams, Skype, WhatsApp, Google Hangouts, Google Calendar, Zoom. Be creative. One of the biggest challenges when working remotely is that some of the creativity you once had in the office can seem to dissipate when you're more isolated. Because you're likely at home, you tend to have fewer breaks, have lunch at your desk, and spend less time finding ways to be creative. It's important to ensure that creativity doesn't take a backseat to isolation in the remote work landscape. Here are some great ways to keep the creativity and fun of the office environment remotely. Question of the day: emails, Slack, or other communications tools. Monthly company challenges. Theme days. Share on communications tool. Group chats. Collaboration. In many cases, if you're working in person, you'll be collaborating with a coworker or many coworkers to complete a specific task. This doesn't have to end just because you cannot meet in person as you did before. Using tools like Trello, ClickUp, Slack, and Zoom can be a way you can continue to collaborate with your team. These apps are also a good way to manage your project in real time so others can also do their part in the task. Here are some ways that you can collaborate using these tools. Use Trello to enter and move the project along to the next person. Set up a Slack channel to communicate with team members. Have a weekly Zoom call to make sure everyone's on the same page. Appoint a leader of the group to keep track of the various tools. Remember that just because you're working remotely, it doesn't mean you should cut off all communication with other people. It's more important than ever to ensure you stay connected to other people to avoid feeling completely disconnected and lonely.